After 4 years and hundreds of managed creators, I can tell you pretty precisely who's ready to work with an agency and who isn't. And most people get this completely wrong, not because they're not talented, not because they're not motivated, but because nobody in this industry actually tells them the truth about what working with a real agency requires. So today I will. 5 signs you're probably already. 2 signs you're probably not. Answer honestly, not what you want to be true. What actually is true right now. Because one of these is going to sting a little. And that's fine. That's kind of the point. I want to be very honest when I say this. We don't take beginner creators as a general rule. Not because we don't want to work with them, not because we don't believe in them, not because they're not hardworking or beautiful or capable of making great content, but because we've seen what happens hundreds of times and the pattern is always the same. Here's the thing though, we're not perfect either. Sometimes a girl comes along and she has everything on paper. She's fun, she's magnetic, she can film constantly, she works hard, and we think, okay, we can make this work. So we bring her on, and within the first month or 2 she hits a wall. Not because she stopped working, but because her expectation going in was that being pretty and showing up on camera was enough. And it's not. Working with a real agency means feedback. It means being told your content isn't landing and having to not take that personally. It means trusting people you just met with your account, your income, your brand. And when you're not ready for that, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are. It doesn't matter how hard you work. The gap between expectation and reality becomes too much, and everyone ends up worse off than before. So I want to make sure this is not you. Let's go over the signs that give me a yes, I'm ready. Sign number 1, you already made something. I'm not talking huge numbers, not 50k followers, not consistent income, not a perfect content strategy. I'm talking proof, even the tiniest proof. Maybe you made your first $200. Maybe you got your first 20 subscribers. Maybe you posted something you almost didn't post because you thought it was bad. And a stranger subscribed. Not your friend, not someone who knows you. A stranger. Someone who found you and decided you were worth paying for. That's real demand. And that's enough. Because here's what that tells me. People already want something from you. Maybe it feels messy, maybe it feels inconsistent, but something is working. And working with a real team means taking that something and build a real system around it. If you're genuinely day one, no content, no page, no subscribers, I want to be straight with you about something important. Most agencies will sign you. They'll tell you they can build you from scratch. And some of them will put clauses in your contract that give them ownership over your account because they quote unquote started you. If things go wrong, if you want to leave, suddenly the account they helped you build isn't fully yours anymore. You're being pimped out. I'm sorry. We don't do that. And part of the reason is completely practical. We're a team of over 100 people at Iconic. Working with someone who has 0 traction yet isn't something we can resource properly. When you work with us, you get 2 managers, multiple VAs managing your accounts, and chatters working 24/7 in your messages. These things need investment to help scale. We're built to scale people who already have something, not to build from absolute ground zero. So if that's where you are right now, I'm not closing the door for you, I'm pointing you in the right direction first. I'll make videos on this YouTube channel specifically for creators at your stage. Build something first and then come back and we can talk about working together. Sign number 2, you're frustrated by inconsistency. You're not bored, not checked out, not wanting to quit. Frustrated, because frustrated means you can feel there's more here. You're trying, you're posting, you're putting in energy, and results still feel completely random. One week everything works, next week nothing does, and you have absolutely no idea why. Here's something I want you to do right now. Go look at your last 20 posts, assuming you even have that many. Write down which 3 got the most engagement. Don't overthink it, just look at the numbers. Now ask yourself, what was different about those 3? The time of the day you posted, the format, the energy you had, the outfit? Because something was different. And that difference is the beginning of a pattern. And patterns are the beginning of a strategy. Right now, you're guessing. And guessing is exhausting and expensive. That feeling of inconsistency isn't a talent problem. it's a structure problem. And structure is exactly what the right support gives you. Just to give you a quick idea, our managers spend hours daily going over the tiniest details in your videos. Wall plugs, hooks, outfits, chest jiggles, everything to craft the perfect 1 million view video. If you're not even investing 1 hour a day into this, you're not set up for success. Sign number 3, you can show up even when you don't feel like it. Here's the actual test. Think about the last time you had a genuine bad week. Views dropped, revenue dipped, nothing felt like it was working. Did you still film something? Even one thing? Even something completely imperfect? If yes, that's the sign. If you went completely silent and waited for the feeling to come back, that's something to work on before you join anything. And I say that with zero judgment. This isn't hustle culture. This isn't ignore your feelings and push through everything. It's about understanding that momentum is fragile. The girls who grow the fastest aren't the most motivated. They're the ones who stop disappearing on themselves. The ones who show up on the hard days, even imperfectly, are the ones who end up with something real 6 months later. Support helps enormously, but nobody can create momentum for you. You still have to show up. Sign number 4, you can take feedback without making it personal. Almost everyone says that they love feedback until feedback actually lands. Until someone says, this content isn't working, this angle isn't landing, this could be stronger, and suddenly it doesn't feel like feedback anymore. It feels like you're not good enough. I get it. This work is personal. It's your face, your body, your personality. It's all on the line every single time you post. But here's the difference between the girls who plateau and the girls who scale. The one who scales hears this isn't working and asks, okay, what do I change? The ones who plateau hear this isn't working and disappear for 2 weeks. Good feedback isn't an attack. It's someone seeing your blind spot before it costs you money. The fastest growing creators I've worked with are not the most naturally talented. They're the most open, not blindly obedient, able to sit with something uncomfortable and ask, what am I not seeing here? That quality, more than content, more than looks, more than followers, is what actually changes everything. Sign number 5, you want something real, not just a good month. This matters more than people realize. If you're here for fast cash, that's fine, but be honest about it. Because support isn't magic, it's systems. And systems take time to build. The first few weeks usually feel slower than expected. You're adjusting, testing, figuring out what actually works for your account specifically. The girls who expect instant transformation panic too early. They second guess everything, pull away right before things start to click. I had a creator once who was doing everything right. Numbers were moving, strategy was working. At week 5, she pulled out. Said it wasn't working fast enough. 3 months later she messaged me again, said she wished she stayed. Because month 3 doesn't look like month 1 and month 6 definitely doesn't look like month 3. If you want stability, if you want to stop feeling like one bad week can ruin everything, if you want something with actual roots underneath it, that mindset is exactly what makes this work. Now let's get into the 2 signs that you're probably not ready yet. And this part matters because I'd genuinely rather lose a deal than have you regret saying yes. Not ready sign 1, you need control over everything. Some people are builders. They want to decide every single message, every post, and that's not a flaw. That's just a different stage. But here's the reality. If every decision feels impossible to let go of, if the idea of someone else handling your messages makes you genuinely anxious, if you'd spend more energy micromanaging than actually creating, this probably isn't the right time. Not because you're wrong, just wrong timing. Get more experience, build more confidence up in what you're doing, and then come back. The best partnerships work because there's trust on both sides. And trust takes a certain level of comfort with yourself first. Not ready sign number 2. You're hoping that an agency fixes everything. I'm going to say this directly, because you deserve honesty more than comfort. If you're in a really hard place right now, financial pressure, emotional pressure, feeling desperate, and you're thinking that joining an agency will make everything okay, sometimes it helps, but sometimes adding more people, more expectation, more pressure on top of someone who's already overwhelmed makes everything heavier, not lighter. OnlyFans still needs your energy, your presence, your personality, your ability to show up. And if you're already running on an empty tank, the most important thing you can do right now is not signing with anyone. Get your basics stable, your mental space clear, your motivation coming from a real place. Then come. because I want to work with you when you actually have the capacity to receive the support, not when you're hoping support becomes risky. Here's the honest truth. We've said no before. Girls with great numbers, great content, girls we probably could have made money from. But timing felt wrong, energy felt off, and we said no anyway. Some of those girls came back later, different place, more ready, and those ended up being some of our best partnerships ever. Because saying no isn't gatekeeping, it's respect. The fastest way to destroy trust is to promise something when the timing isn't right. And after 4 years in this industry, I know exactly what the right timing looks like. So sit with this honestly. If 4 or 5 signs felt familiar, you're probably closer than you think. If 1 or 2 made you pause, pay attention to that pause. And if the not ready section hit, that doesn't mean never. It just means not yet. And not yet is completely okay. In the meantime, come find my Instagram. My handle is on the screen right now and in the description below. I post daily content ideas my team has actually tested. Real stuff that works, not theory. And go watch the 3 types of content that actually turn followers into paying subscribers. Peace out.